Welcome to the Web Piano Teacher Podcast. Gather together and relax with us as we perform your favorite songs, discuss what makes them great, and how to make it work on piano.
If you'd like to learn, play, and share this song like Shawn does, using his revolutionary whiteboard technique, visit webpianoteacher.com and try out the free membership level. Please don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe.
Well, we're back with episode 2.
Episode 2 in our Fleetwood Mac series from the Rumours album.
Excellent. So we did secondhand news first, and that was kind of Lindsay's Drawing First Blood, and then this is Revenge.
Revenge
Let's song.
Do Dreams.
All right.
Your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it, but listen carefully to the sound of your loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad. Stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost and what you had and what you lost. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only crystal visions. I keep my visions to myself. It's only me who wants to wrap around your dreams. And have you any dreams you like to sell? Dreams of loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad. In the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost and what you had and what you lost. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only
I did it.
Did it.
Had to use the pitch bend. Here we are, back from lunch. I'm fighting a nap. As soon as I eat lunch, my body just starts shutting down all the switches, to go take a nap. and got to fight it, stay awake.
I guess I don't really have that.
All right, so yeah, Dreams. What do you think about this song? What's your first impression?
You know what? Okay. I mean, I read about it.
Uh-huh.
And how, like, when Stevie Nicks came to the studio, like, I wrote a song, guys.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, okay, cool, come play it for us.
Mm-hmm.
And she sits down, and she didn't play it like you just played it. She just played 2 chords.
Right. The song is essentially 2 chords.
And she sang, and they were like, all right. And so initially I want to be like, there's not much to this song.
Mm-hmm.
I had a hard time figuring out how to sing it because to sing it, I really didn't sing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. It's underneath.
I couldn't oversing.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot to do. I mean, I probably could have done some stuff, but I try to stay true to the song. So
right.
I really had to think, be lazy.
Mm-hmm. So this is one that sounds like it'd be just an easy song to sing, but actually it's more difficult because of the...
It was more difficult because it goes against every natural instinct I have.
Yeah.
To anyway.
Uh-huh.
So it's easy for me to think this song is kind of boring.
Yeah.
However, it is always stuck in my head.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
It's like the equivalent, like a nursery rhyme. Like when the kids are little and we listen to these nursery rhymes and it's just on a loop in your head over and over.
Yeah.
Because it's simple, because it's a simple melody that sticks in your head and goes on a loop. That's what this song is. So I'm like, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, and then think from a musician standpoint, songwriter standpoint, if somebody comes in, because she's not the musician that Lindsay is, or any of the others.
Or any of the other.
Yeah, her great talent is her singing, and she wrote some hits. So,
and I couldn't match her tone either.
Yeah.
Like that was not what I could do.
But if she comes in, and I'm not used to the piano sounding so good. Now she comes in and goes, which is probably what she did.
Yeah.
Just 2 chords.
Now there you go again. You say you want your freedom. Well,
I would love to see everyone's looks to each other as she's doing it. Now, it's a great song. It turned out great, wonderful, but just the raw bits and pieces that you get right there, 2 chords, and there's not much that goes on with the melody. In fact, da-da-da-da-da is the one part that really sticks out to me. All the rest of it kind of just stays right in this area.
Every time that part's coming, I'm like,
yes,
something.
So when I know it's a hit, and I experience it as a hit, but
it is the only single that was a number 1 off of the whole album. This is the only song that went number 1.
Oh my gosh!
See what I'm saying? It's like
yeah. And it is a great song, but when you look at it from the musical standpoint, you can't figure that out. You look at the melody; it's just really in one place, kind of never really goes anywhere, and there's just 2 chords, and that's just it's baffling. When you look at it from that standpoint.
Yes, but this is where I think the genius of Lindsey Buckingham, the genius of Ken Caillat.
That's what I was getting to. Yeah.
Adding in all of the parts. And just like they said that they put the Mick, the drummer, his hi-hat on a phaser.
Okay. Which was kind of new in that time, wasn't it?
And he said it gave it, and this were...
And the phaser is that guitar effect that goes...
yes.
kind of.
So they put that on the hi-hat, the cymbals. And it gave it, this is what he said, a slightly swishy, swirly sound. So this song, they heard it, the raw song that it was. These guys heard it and thought, we can create a whole mood around this. And then they were inventive and creative and created a whole mood.
And when you have this little to work with, you have so much room to do something like that.
Yes.
And so I like the bass, and And then later on he starts going, he uses the octave in the fifth. And then you have Christine on the, and she changes it up. Sometimes she does this instead a G7 instead of a G. So she'll have times where she adds a little bit to the right hand chord. And then when you get to this part, then the guitar comes in and goes. You recognize that?
Yeah.
And that adds a little something else. So you need, when you have something that repeats over and over again, you need differences somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're very subtle, but they work. So you start simply, and then you have the guitar come in with this. It's the same chords. The chords haven't changed, but that little guitar thing coming on the top helps. And then when you get to the chorus, so nothing really changes there too much with the instruments, but the harmony comes in.
Yes.
So
I mean, Fleetwood Mac, their harmony is
spot
on all the time. So,
every bit as good as what's that other band that did that all the time that I really like? Crosby, Stills and Nash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And even the Eagles and all their tight harmonies.
Well, so when you bring up the Eagles, kind of interesting. One of the recording studios, the main one that they used, the Eagles were also recording Hotel California.
Okay.
At the same time in the same place.
Yeah.
Which that just kind of like makes
amazing.
My heart skip a beat a little bit, just about the creativity and the innovation that was happening in one single location. But that was that record studio that they were at was considered the Hotel California. Like, welcome to Hotel California. You can never leave, because they just were in these like holes of rooms, like studios, for days and days and days. So that was a joke. But also that whole scene of music that was emerging.
They had to be hearing and knowing what was going on.
Surely.
Yeah. So
I do think though they get pretty isolated in their own little world of work.
Yeah. But that tight harmony where they have 3 or 4 parts going on at once, that's very neat, very hard to achieve if you ever really want to do it, with some singers, and especially live. But just to get everyone in tune and everyone saying the words at the same time exactly, that's really tough to do.
And that book that I read, that Ken Caillat wrote about all of the production aspect, he talks a lot about the instruments, a lot about recording the instruments and all the stuff they did. He doesn't talk a lot about vocals.
Okay.
And I think because they nailed it, like that, they were great at it. And it didn't take a ton of effort. They could get those parts pretty easily. I mean, of course they were slightly neurotic people, didn't love what they did. Let me do it again. Let me try it again. Let me try it again.
Yeah.
But I think when it came to the vocals, they were pretty happy right off the bat most of the time.
Okay.
Because there's really not a lot talked about on the vocals.
Yeah. And they blend so well, all of them together.
So prior to Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham joining Fleetwood Mac, they were a duo. They cut an album together.
Who?
Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham.
Okay. Yeah.
It just didn't really go anywhere. I actually haven't even listened to it. I don't remember. Maybe I couldn't find it. Like I couldn't find it on iTunes or something. And Fleetwood Mac sought out Lindsey Buckingham. They wanted him to replace the guitarist that they lost, lead guitar and sing vocals. And he was like, I'd love to, but Stevie and I are a 2 for 1.
Okay.
Like, she comes with me.
Okay.
I don't know if that was before they broke up or not, but either way, they weren't really looking to take Stevie Nicks. They did not really want her in the band. But they were like,
Lindsey
okay,
so
fine.
bad.
But they wanted Lindsey so bad.
Yeah.
And I think when you think of Fleetwood Mac, you think of Stevie Nicks.
You do. You just do.
She just, I don't understand it completely.
Yeah.
Because when I watched a lot of videos of them during this time period when I was doing research, and she just seems so like Like even when she's singing, just like aloof, like not animated. She's barely moving her mouth. You know what I mean? Like she kind of does these like dancing things, but she's just like blank.
Yeah. Some people just have a presence that people pick up on when they're performing live. And her voice, she just has a unique sounding voice, and that it's just kind of cool to listen to, even if she's singing something really simple. And I think that's probably her biggest talent. She wrote some songs, hit songs, and some really hooky melodies. But to me, her biggest talent is just the quality sound of her voice. Not necessarily that she can sing real high, real low, or anything, but she just has a voice that's unique to listen to, and it also blends really well with the other. Yeah, with his, and then when Christine starts singing, they all just sound like they all go together.
And so it's probably not just her voice; it's her ear. She probably was very good at listening, hearing what was going on, and fitting in for the whole overall sound, not to stand out. You know what I mean? Vocally. Some people can't do that.
Yeah. It's like, if you pick a couple of other artists that we love Tom Petty.
Yes.
Right? And he could sing. He was a great singer, but the greatest talent was just how he sounded. He has a Tom Petty sound that nobody else, and he wrote for himself, so everything just fit, his voice. And so I could try to perform something of his and it'd be okay, but I don't have that Tom Petty voice.
Here's the thing I hear people say this all the time, and I know we've talked about this before, where they say, I'm not a good singer. Mm-hmm. Well, it's because they're comparing themselves to someone who is an incredible vocalist. Do you know what I mean? Like,
right. Yep, I do.
Whatever quality. And it's like I wouldn't exactly put Tom Petty or Bob Dylan or Bruce Springsteen. I'm like looking on our wall here of people who have an incredible singing voice or an incredible vocalist, but they sing on pitch.
Yeah.
They sing on pitch, and they have something interesting about their voice.
They do.
So I hate it when people say I'm not a singer, and I think everybody, if you can sing on pitch, everybody's a singer. Mm-hmm. And your specific quality and texture and tone of your voice is uniquely yours. Like, share. That's exciting to me.
Right. So I think I'll give you an admission here. When I was young, that Richard Marx was huge.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted to play, the songs and sing what he did, but I don't have, let me change to piano here. I don't have his voice, but I was trying to sound like him, wherever you go, doing the airy thing. It actually was not good for my voice to do that.
I was about to say, it's probably a good thing you quit trying to do that.
Yeah. But I had a pretty good voice just to sing the way I sing.
Right.
And so I encourage people who are like, I think you were trying to do, is that are trying to sing, again, don't compare yourself to someone else and try to be like someone else's voice, because everyone's voice is so unique, so different.
I absolutely love like Ann Wilson of Heart or Bonnie Raitt. I do not have their voice. Like, I cannot sound like them. I'm not. And so I could say, I'm not a good singer. You know what I mean? But I'm like, I'm not singing the right song.
Yeah. And if you do sing one of their songs, you don't have to sing it like they do it.
Right.
You might be able to pull it off with a different, and that, that's what you see a lot on America's Got Talent or American Idol, whatever. It's those people that are coaching them are smart about not trying to make them sound exactly like the other, because that's what they immediately go to, is they want to sound like Whitney Houston or sound like, what you're never going to do. So yeah, Stevie Nicks, great sounding voice, and Landslide and stuff like that. Nobody will ever do that like she did it. But anyway, continuing with, when you get to thunder, so right there, the same chords, but what makes it different at that point is all of the harmony that eases it on the ear. Your ear is, because your ear gets tired of hearing the same thing. And so then I can hear the musicians as they're doing this. Okay, we need something different here. And then you have the same chords, but then you have this really neat guitar solo here, which I love this sound on the Kauai EP11. It's an old Wurlitzer sound or something, but somebody will know if they want to put it in the comments. I love that. Just reminds me of the 70s, just hearing that sound. But that's a guitar solo right there, but it works really well on this keyboard sound. So again, same chords, but then you have a little guitar solo to give us a break from the vocals and everything, and then we go back.
So they talked about Lindsey Buckingham. A guitar was like a part of his body. It was like an extra limb.
I can get that.
That he always had a guitar. He was always playing it.
Like our son.
Like our son. Probably like any great guitarist or on their way to being great guitarist. He said you couldn't have a conversation with him without him also playing guitar.
Oh my gosh.
Which I know what that's like. It's a mental challenge for the other person to just like, you just got to power through, like talk over the guitar. They are listening. They they need to play the guitar in order to process what you're saying.
Yeah, it's more as if they can't not play it, you know?
Yeah.
They've got to, it's more of a challenge not to be playing and have it in your hands than it is to go
like it is probably
have
for
a regular
you right at this
because
moment.
I'm comfortable right behind this this instrument because this is where I've spent most of my life. But yeah, to be if I were to have to stand up and just have a microphone, it'd be
awkward.
I'd be shaking. I'd pass
but they
out.
said so he was like that, and so he was constantly playing. So you get a song like this presented, and he just would sit there listening and kind of noodling on the guitar, trying different stuff out. So Ken Caillat, the producer, he said he was really good at capturing. He goes, my greatest skill, the thing I was particularly good at, was saving exceptional guitar parts, possibly small tidbits or little guitar licks here and there, anything that he liked and thought he would maybe use later.
Yeah.
And so then he would stay after the band left, and he would just listen to these little bits and pieces over and over and try to find where to fit it in this song.
Yeah.
And so then he would kind of piece things together, put it together, and then the band would come back the next day, and he'd play what he had, and they would be like, whoa, that's the song. And it would lead to the next piece of inspiration that the band needed to add another layer of sound, layer of color, whatever.
So isn't it interesting that the producer also has a talent that's in the musical category, but it's not playing an instrument, it's not singing, it's mixing everything, it's bringing in the right elements, letting it go some other things, but it definitely is a musical talent, but it's not actually, performance of music. So
when we did the Carole King episode, which was like our third episode, you guys can go back and listen. But I remember reading about that, and she was upset when she did I Feel the Earth Move Under My Feet. At the end of that song, she does this little kind of like thunder earthquake kind of thing on the piano where she just like bang, 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 bang goes down.
Yeah.
And she loved that part. And she still to this day plays it in every live performance. But the producer cut it for the album. And she was kind of mad about it. And then she was like, afterwards, she realized people play this over and over and over. So in the grand scheme of things, she as the artist was mad that her creative whatever wasn't in. But the producer had a different goal. Yeah. I feel like he was trying to achieve that is purposeful for the album. Right. And so I think that's a whole unique talent that the producer has the forethought to think about like, no, people listen to this over and over and over. Maybe they have it on at a dinner party or in the background. Like that would kind of like jolt you out of whatever you. Yeah.
And then his other skill, you got to have people skills.
Yes.
Because I mean, this dynamic we were talking about in the previous one, where two sets had broken up, and they're still,
I think
some emotions running high.
Reading this book, and then like I would like read you a part, and I think I would comment like, I could not. I would have walked out. I don't think I can handle people's emotional.
Stop showing up. Huh? Yeah.
Or maybe I would watch it and be like, well, this isn't my problem exactly.
Yeah. So that's what I think is where the magic lies in this song is, one is Stevie Nicks' voice, that it's just so interesting to listen to, and just the genius of the people who put all the instruments together to behind in the background to give you this feeling, this lay the foundation and then kind of build it up and change it without you even realizing it.
Yes.
And then is the word dreams ever used in the song, or is it just called dreams?
No, I'm pretty sure it is.
Pretty sure the word is in there somewhere?
Yes.
Okay. When?
Dreams of loneliness.
Oh, okay. All right.
Do you have any dreams you'd
Because
like to
I was going to
sell?
say, because it has a dream feel.
Yeah.
It just kind of floats along, and it's just very catchy. And you never can nail down an equation for what makes a hit song. You can never do it. And that's why I look at this and am still baffled. But definitely agree it's a hit song. Love it.
And every time we say we're baffled, we will walk out of this room and both of us will be singing the song.
Right.
Where there's other songs on this album I like a lot more, but I won't be singing it later.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad, credit to the musicians that they didn't just, throw it away, what she had come up with, but that they worked with it and made it what it is. And do you feel like this song, like I said at the beginning, is a kind of a return or a response to Lindsay's first song?
Yes.
Yeah. What are some of the lines in it?
I mean, now here you go again. You say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? And there was, discrepancy, like, that's how you feel. That's not how it went.
I feel like this would be a good album to make like a Broadway thing, like they've done with Billy Joel's songs.
Well, they did.
Oh, they did?
Well, no. Remember that show Glee?
Yes.
That was,
I love that show.
Yeah. High school kids.
Secretly, I liked it.
I was like, I can't believe you just admitted that. They did a whole episode where there was like a whole story told that they were like, I don't know, with the songs as part of it. It was pretty cool.
Of this album?
This album.
Oh, okay. Well, they beat me to it.
What can I say?
Yeah.
But yeah, every time I'm like, ugh, this song. And then I'm like, this song. I don't know.
It's great. And I teach you how to play this on webpianoteacher.com.
Hey, and if you are needing a beginner song.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. There's just 2 chords. In fact, this is one you can get by with just playing the 2 chords and not doing all the other stuff I'm going to show you as well. But
and let me tell you, it would be just as much fun to simply play the 2 chords and sing along as it would be to play it like you played it and sing along.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you can even, turn the album on and listen to it and play along with it. That's fun. Some people do that and have a lot of fun doing it. Most people think they won't be able to do it, but it is a lot of fun if you can get it going where you keep up with them.
But I think this would be the song to try it, for sure.
Yeah, certainly. And teach you this as well as thousands and thousands of other songs you may love on webpianoteacher.com. And I specialize in teaching people who can't read music or don't want to read music. Reading music is a roadblock to you. I use chords and letters and symbols instead of all that stuff. And a lot of people find it is a way that they can learn have when they can't read music. So try it out, webpianoteacher.com. All right, we're going to
do it again.
end with it and then